Everyone loves a walk-off, right? Walk-off home runs are among the most exciting moments in sports, and walk-off balks are among the funniest moments in sports. How could you ever get tired of watching one of these? Well, back in 2014, the Washington Nationals certainly tested the limits of baseball fans. The Nationals treated walk-offs like pitchers treat no-hitters in 2021. But what made this streak of walk-offs so fun was that each walk-off was different. They weren't all singles or home runs. Each walk-off was both unique and exciting. Alright, let's take a trip to 2014. What did the Washington Nationals look like in 2014? Well, basically, everyone considered the Nationals to be the NL East favorites. This team featured future stars Bryce Harper and Anthony Rendon, along with veterans like Adam LaRoche, Jason Worth, and Ryan Zimmerman. This team was 86-76 in 2013. What would they accomplish in 2014? Well, heading into August 12th, the team was 63-53 and had been sitting firmly in first place since mid-July. But why are we starting this story on August 12th, especially considering there was no walk-off that day? Well, this was the beginning of a 10-game winning streak. The walk-offs are within this winning streak. The Nationals began this winning streak with a sweep of the Mets in New York. Funny enough, the Nationals faced the Mets the week prior at home. The Nationals won 2 out of 3, winning their final game on a walk-off home run by Bryce Harper. Fans wouldn't have to wait too long for the next walk-off. After the Mets sweep, the Nationals went back home for a 3-game series against the Pirates. In Game 1, the Nationals won 5-4 for their 4th straight win. But we got 6 games left in this winning streak. In Game 2 of the series, the Pirates had an early lead, a 3-0 lead after a couple of hits in the 3rd inning. And I have to give props to Travis Snyder for this great catch. Pirates starter Jeff Locke would shut down the Nationals offense for nearly 6 innings. The Nationals could not muster any offense until the 8th inning, where after a walk and a single, Kevin Franson hit an RBI single to put the Nationals on the scoreboard. Anthony Rendon did ground out into a double play, but Adam LaRoche didn't seem to care, as he hit a game-tying 2-run home run. The Nationals were back in the game. After a successful top of the 9th, the Nationals had the chance for a walk-off. Bryce Harper drew a walk, and Wilson Ramos would go up to the plate.
Ramos to right field. That's going to push Polanco back. He can't get it. The Nationals win.
The first of 5 methods the Nationals used to hit walk-offs, a ground rule double. And if you're very attentive, you would have noticed that LaRoche hit his game-tying home run in the exact same spot. On to the final game of the series. The game starts with a fantastic play by Neil Walker. The rest of the game goes downhill. Like the previous game, the Pirates put runs on the board first, as the result of errors by Ian Desmond and Anthony Rendon. And the second run probably should have been an error on someone, but it wasn't. The Nationals responded with an RBI single by Ian Desmond, as well as scoring 2 runs on an error by Russell Martin. What goes around comes around. The universe has been reset, and this can be proven with this double play started by Asdrubal Cabrera. But it didn't take long for the universe to unravel, because in the 9th inning, the Pirates brought a run back as the result of a hit by pitch, a ball just off LaRoche's glove, and a wild pitch, because that's baseball. Oh, and Gregory Polanco hit a 2-run double to take the lead. Can't miss that little detail. So what did the Nationals do? Well, in the bottom of the inning, they scored a normal run to tie the game. And then Anthony Rendon stepped up to the plate. Well, when you're expecting a walk-off, you tend to forget that players can catch too. We're going to extra innings. The 10th inning was pretty boring, so let's go to the bottom of the 11th. Jason Worth began with a double. Then Denard Span moved Worth over to third base. The perfect situation for Scott Hairston.
Here comes Worth. He will score.
Walk-off number 2. A sacrifice fly. Not as exciting as a ground rule double, but a win is a win. However, the Nationals can't play the Pirates forever. The Arizona Diamondbacks are rolling into town. To be fair, the Diamondbacks had a worse record than the Pirates, so walk-offs shouldn't be necessary. Well, 24 hours later, the Nationals are in the same position as the last game. Let's see how this happened. Like the past 2 games, the opposing team strikes first, this time in the 5th. In the bottom half of the inning, Didi Gregorius made a fantastic play to get Asdrubal Cabrera out at first, which is a bit of an insult to injury since Gregorius kicked Cabrera in the face earlier in the game. A rough night for Cabrera, but fear not because Wilson Ramos answered back with a 2-run home run a couple of innings later. Then Gregorius responds with a 2-run home run of his own. Then Anthony Rendon responds with a triple, though this hit tied the game, and a sacrifice fly drove in Rendon to take the lead. But the Diamondbacks were a bit more feisty than previously thought, as David Peralta hit a game-tying home run to lead the 9th. On to the 11th inning. The Diamondbacks have the bases loaded with no outs. What do you think happens next? Yeah, they deserve to lose after that.
LaRoche, right field. See you later. Game winner. The Mets do it again.
Walk-off number 3, the classic solo home run. This would be the first time the Nationals would win 3 straight games on walk-off since moving to DC. On to the next game. Oh, well, on to the next game. The Nationals have won 8 games in a row and are 6 games clear of the rest of the division. They even began the scoring with their first run coming in the 2nd inning. It would take a few more innings, but the Nationals increased their lead with a double by Jason Worth. What could go wrong?
For Bryce Harper on a 2-1 pitch, he hits a foul ball down the right side, and a young fan goes reaching out. It bounces off the wall and hits him right in the head.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. I was expecting something else. Ah, there it is. Well, the score is tied. Fortunately, the Nationals would make it to the bottom of the 9th inning with the opportunity to walk it off. At this point, the fans probably expected it.
Rendon down the line. It's another game winner for the Nats.
4th walk-off. A walk-off single. Yeah, it's kinda boring, but it had to happen at some point. So there's 1 walk-off to go. Looking at the list, there's really only 1 route this can go. It has to be a triple, right? But have you seen a walk-off triple? I feel like that's something that never happens. Are we really about to see a walk-off triple? Well, we're going to find that answer pretty quickly because no runs are scored until the 9th inning. Yeah, there were a lot of runners left on base, including bases loaded jams in both halves of the 5th inning. And there were a lot of inning-ending double plays, 5 of them to be exact. And the last one was in the top of the 9th inning. The Nationals can walk it off once again. After a Scott Hairston flyout, Denard Span hits a single. Span is able to steal second base, and Anthony Rendon steps up to the plate. Here comes the triple.
Bouncer third base way near the bag. Pacheco, raw throw. It's in the camera bay, and Denard Span is being sent home. The Nationals have walked off again. How can this keep happening?
The 5th walk-off. Walk-off by error. This concludes the team's first 10-game winning streak since 2005. The Nationals have never surpassed a 10-game winning streak, and they haven't won 10 in a row ever since. The Nationals would finish the season with 96 wins, but they would lose in the divisional round to the future champions. However, this walk-off streak was one of the highlights of the Nationals season. There were plenty of great plays and plenty of blunders, but in the end, there were plenty of memories made. So the Nationals may not have won it all in 2014, but these kinds of streaks are what makes seasons special. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching.